Hello, good morning, and welcome to the AM Sports with me, Oreko Wampofu. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, and the weekend, of course, did end on a presidential note as we did witness yet an address by the President of Ghana and His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. He urged the Ghana Football Association to ensure compliance with the 25% capacity rule in our stadia in order to curb the spread of COVID-19. Now, the President made this disclosure in his update number 23 last night, and I read, the National Sports Authority and the Ghana Football Association should ensure compliance with the 25% capacity rule in our stadia with spectators respecting the social distancing and wearing of masks. Well, Nana Akufo-Addo was talking about the Ghana Premier League and some of the footages that have come out so far, with fans celebrating so aggressively and even hugging each other, and encouraging that if you do go to the stadium, do ensure you keep your social distance and be wearing your mask as well. But let's still stick with the Ghana Premier League, where we did preview some interesting derbies ahead of the weekend. And let's start by going through the first one now. That had to do with the Ashanti derby between Asante Kotoko and then AshGold. Unfortunately, we saw no goals in that one, but there were decent chances in that week 11 encounter against Ashanti Gold, as that match did come at the Obuasi Lenkle Stadium on Sunday. Let's now check the highlights between Asante Kotoko and Ashanti Gold.
And it's a daring run on the flank. Kotoko coming forward, down goes the player. Referee says the game should continue.
Prince, it's early days yet, but Kotoko are in the mood.
So for these regional champions, this is how identical the statistics are for them going into this match. It's going to be an even Stevens game, that's for sure. But Kotoko come forward, an opportunity for a first goal, Kwame. 100 save by Bailu Mohammed. But here they have an opportunity coming forward. This is Gama. Gama is brought down in the 18-yard box. Referee says the game should continue. The fans are wild. Chance for Kotoko. Frimpong comes on. He lobs it into the 80-yard box. Gama's header. And I'm sure that the faithful of Kumasi Asante Kotoko would have rose 4-0 against Liberty Professionals here at Obuasi. It's goalless. Gama with another flamboyant style of a kick. Frimpong with a cross.
It's Roland Amuzu, sends it back to Mohamed Bello, and referee Maxwell Hansen from Tema will whistle for the end of the game here at the Lenkle Stadium. It's all over here.
Well, Ashanti Derby, he did end in a 0-0 draw between the two sides, Kumasi Asante Kotoko and then Ashanti Gold. But there was a more interesting clash here in Accra concerning derbies, and that had to do with the Mantse Derby, that's the Greater Accra Derby, between Great Olympics and then Accra Heart of Oak. And for the first time in 17 years, Great Olympics have beaten Accra Heart of Oak in a Ghana Premier League game. And that was thanks to goals from Glaston Awako and Maxwell Quay, as Olympics secured an impressive 2-0 victory over Heart of Oak in the Mantse Derby.
It's Hearts 0, Olympics no. Mudasiru. Was it a foul by Nuru Sule?
You can see the outs.
Yes, Papik. Referee Bulu whistles. Awaku steps forward. There he goes. Awesome! Magnificent! Glaston Awaku makes it 1-0 for Great Olympics. Oh my goodness! What a goal!
Fill the place in Awako. Everybody thought he was going to cross it for the header, but it beats the goalkeeper in his favorite side. The curling was perfect, the precision was perfect, the weight on it was perfect, the dip, the bend over the wall, and the dip in time was world class. And the finish really is special talent we have on the local scene here in the Ghana Premier League.
He sounded modest the last time we had a chat with him on the radio.
Yeah.
He didn't want to talk too much about this game, but he knew Olympics could pop up with something. And here they go. Ashikwe goes in with a left-footed cross to his brother, and that's the second. Maxwell Abe makes it 2 for Great Olympics. If Awaku's goal was better, then this one is simply fantastic.
What a magnificent hit that was. What a magnificent goal. This. What a game we are having. And Modasiru does well to win the ball from here. But when the ball gets to Ashgold, he takes his time waiting for the right opportunity to pick a pass and sees his brother arriving, Maxwell Abe. And on the volley, first time of asking, hits it so hard. And once the ball takes the bounce off the top before reaching the goalkeeper, he always knew why he was going to struggle. But he needed to keep his eye and keep his body really firm and strike it well. And boy, did he strike that. Boy, did he.
Well, this fixture usually does have a little bit of feistiness to it, and that's because it's usually played to find out who the best team in Accra is and who the owners of the land are. Now, Accra Great Olympics have definitely not just shown that against Accra Heart of Oak, but a statistic this season is that they've actually beaten all 4 teams based at the Accra Sports Stadium. If you remember, there are 5 teams that share the Ghana Premier League, the Accra Sports Stadium for Ghana Premier League matches, and certainly Olympics have beaten all 4 that they've met there. They beat Kotoko by 1-0, and then they beat Inter Allies by 2-0, and then they dismantled Legon Cities by 3-0. Then Accra Heart of Oak, of course, by 2-0. So what that means is that they've actually not conceded when facing teams at the Accra Sports Stadium. So certified and verified, Accra Great Olympics are the owners of Accra. Now let's make some perspective of all the Ghana Premier League results and look at how it has affected the standings in the Ghana Premier League table, as things certainly do stand. Kerala United go back to the top of the table, toppling Bechem United 2nd. Wafa, with their big victory 5-0 against Liberty, means that they are now 3rd in the table. Accra Great Olympics, after victory in the Mantse derby, climbed to 18th. AshGold, Adriana, Asante Kotoko, and Heart of Oak all drop in the table. In terms of the relegation battle, we did see King Faisal also picking up a dramatic 4-3 win against Brekum Chelsea. Now, Brekum Chelsea scored 3 goals in the first 18 minutes of that game, and King Faisal managed to score 4 goals to be able to win that game and come up from bottom of the table to 16th. Now, Legon Cities also picked up their 2nd consecutive win in the Ghana Premier League for the first time in 3 years, and that has taken them to 12 points, and they're also out of the relegation zone. Although you've seen how things do stand in terms of the teams in the Ghana Premier League table, let's now look at some individual competition as well, and that's the top scorers for this season. Diawisi Taylor, he was on target yesterday in that Nzima derby between Mediama and Karela. Karela winning 2-0 there. And then we have Lomote of Wafa, and he's on 8 goals. Kwame Pepra with the biggest jump in the top scorer race. He scored a hat-trick this weekend against Brekum Chelsea, climbing to 3rd. And then Yaya Mohammed was also on target for Adriana from the spot. He's also on 6 goals.